A $4 billion urban mega project, a skyscraper housing some of the world's biggest companies, and a shopping complex blending luxury and culture. These are the creations of the billionaire who secretly owns all of Tokyo. The invisible architect of Tokyo, Tokyo's skyline is full of impressive buildings, thanks to a secretive real estate developer. This person has changed how people live and work in the city without ever stepping into the spotlight. Their work combines luxury, modern design, and practical use in ways that make Tokyo stand out. One of their biggest accomplishments is Roppongi Hills, a huge project that opened in April 2003. This area covers 11.6 hectares, about 28.7 acres, in Minato Ward. It's not just one building, it's a mix of offices, fancy apartments, shops, a 5-star hotel, a TV studio, and cultural spaces. Altogether, it has about 760,000 square meters of floor space, making it feel like a city inside a city. The centerpiece of Roppongi Hills is the Mori Tower. This skyscraper is 54 stories tall and reaches 238.1 meters into the sky. It was designed by Kohn Pedersen Fox, a famous architecture firm. The tower has offices for companies like Google, Goldman Sachs, and the Pokémon Company. On the 53rd floor, there's the Mori Art Museum, where people can enjoy amazing views of Tokyo, along with art exhibitions. This tower brings together work, culture, and relaxation in one place. Building something like Roppongi Hills wasn't cheap. It cost more than $4 billion to complete. The project got $800 million from investors and $1.3 billion in loans from banks led by the Development Bank of Japan. These numbers show how important this project is for the city. Another major project by this developer is Omotesando Hills, a luxury shopping complex that opened in 2005. It's located along a 250-meter stretch of Omotesando, one of Tokyo's most famous streets. This modern building replaced the historic Dojunkai Aoyama apartments, which were built in 1927. Designed by Tadao Ando, a well-known architect, Omotesando Hills includes over 130 high-end stores and 38 fancy apartments. The project cost about $330 million, showing the developer's commitment to making something special. Omotesando Hills has a unique design. The building's height matches the Zelkova trees that line the street, blending into the area's natural look. Inside, there's a 6-story atrium with a ramp that follows the slope of the street outside. This makes shopping there a one-of-a-kind experience. The complex also hosts creative events, adding to its appeal as more than just a shopping mall. This developer doesn't just focus on luxury, they also care about the environment. Roppongi Hills, for example, includes the Mori Garden, a peaceful Japanese-style garden in the middle of the busy city. Spaces like this make life better for both visitors and residents, while promoting eco-friendly urban planning. The developer's influence goes beyond Tokyo. One of their international projects is the Shanghai World Financial Center, one of the tallest buildings in China. This shows their ability to create impressive buildings on a global scale and bring Japanese design to the world. The developer also gives back to society. They support the arts and education by funding museums and offering scholarships. The Mori Art Museum in Roppongi Hills is a great example of this. It makes art available to everyone and encourages cultural exchange. Behind every skyscraper and luxury mall, someone's pulling strings. But who turns Tokyo's dreams into steel and glass? The pieces are about to fall into place. A network of properties that define Tokyo. Tokyo's famous buildings include some incredible places that make tons of money and keep the city buzzing. Two of the biggest ones are the Tokyo Shiodome building and the Conrad Tokyo Hotel. They're in one of the busiest and most expensive areas of the city, both tied to a mysterious real estate figure who seems to have a hand in shaping Tokyo's luxury scene. The Tokyo Shiodome building, finished in 2005, is a huge 37-story skyscraper. It's a mix of office spaces, shopping areas, and even luxury hotels. The building is massive, with about 191,394 square meters of space. It's right next to Shimbashi Station, so it's super easy for people to get to. Big companies rent offices there, and since the rent can go over $100 per square meter every month, the owners, likely connected to the same secretive mastermind, make millions of dollars every year. The top floors of the Tokyo Shiodome building are home to the Conrad Tokyo, a 5-star luxury hotel. It has 290 rooms, including 68 fancy suites. The rooms have amazing views of Tokyo Bay and the city. Prices for a room start at $500 a night, but can go all the way up to $5,000 for the best suites. The hotel also has fancy restaurants like Kazahana, where you can eat traditional Japanese food, and China Blue, a high-end Chinese restaurant with views of the bay. The Conrad Tokyo isn't just about rooms and food, it has a luxurious spa, an indoor pool with city views, and a gigantic ballroom that's perfect for weddings and business events. These features help the hotel make over $100 million a year, especially from hosting big events. Behind all this luxury and success might be the same figure who quietly controls much of Tokyo's premium real estate. The Shiodome area, where these buildings are, is one of the priciest neighborhoods in Tokyo. Buildings here can be worth up to $2 billion. That's how much investors have offered for skyscrapers nearby, like the Shiodome City Center. This shows how valuable properties like the Tokyo Shiodome building really are. Yet who truly benefits from these staggering values? It's likely someone who stays out of the spotlight while pulling all the strings. The Conrad Tokyo adds even more to the area's luxury vibe. It's more than just a place to stay, it's a symbol of elegance. It has fancy club lounges, beautiful art everywhere, and even partnerships with luxury car brands like Rolls-Royce to drive guests around. The hotel is almost always full, with 80% of its rooms booked year-round. This is incredible, considering how expensive the rooms are. Rich tourists and business people flock here, making it a big part of Shiodome's reputation as a hotspot for the wealthy. And behind it all might be the same quiet tycoon shaping Tokyo's skyline. The Tokyo Shiodome building and the Conrad Tokyo are more than just buildings. They bring in billions of dollars and show how powerful and profitable Tokyo's real estate market is. These places aren't just landmarks, they're the heart of the city's luxury and success, all while hinting at the influence of someone who prefers to stay in the shadows. Between 5-star suites and billion-dollar deals, a pattern takes shape. The mastermind behind Tokyo's transformation has stayed hidden long enough. The wait is over. Here's the billionaire who owns all of Tokyo, Akira Mori. The billionaire unveiled, Akira Mori. The chairman of Mori Trust has quietly become one of the most influential figures in Japan's real estate world. His ability to grow and sustain a multi-billion-dollar empire while remaining largely out of the public eye has earned him a reputation as one of the most strategic minds in the industry. Unlike his brother Minoru Mori, who became famous for large-scale urban development projects like Roppongi Hills, Akira has taken a more calculated approach to building his empire, focusing on high-value properties and diversification. One of the cornerstones of Akira Mori's success is his use of subsidiaries and shell companies to manage and expand his real estate holdings. By utilizing this structure, he ensures that individual projects remain financially independent, reducing risk and protecting the broader company's interests. This strategy also provides a layer of anonymity, allowing Mori Trust to operate with minimal scrutiny despite controlling some of the most valuable real estate in Japan. Many of the properties under his control, such as high-end office buildings and luxury hotels, are owned through complex corporate arrangements, making it difficult for outsiders to track the extent of his holdings. Akira's leadership style reflects a deep understanding of Japan's real estate market dynamics. He has consistently prioritized properties in central locations, such as Tokyo's Chiyoda, Minato, and Shinjuku wards, which are known for their high property values and steady demand. These areas are home to many of Mori Trust's flagship developments, including premium office spaces that attract top international and domestic companies. By focusing on these prime locations, Akira ensures stable revenue streams, even during economic downturns. Under his leadership, Mori Trust has also become a leader in luxury hospitality. The company's hotel portfolio includes not only the Conrad Tokyo, but also properties under international brands such as Marriott, Hilton, and Hyatt. These partnerships allow Mori Trust to leverage the global appeal of these brands while maintaining control over key aspects of the operations. In addition to hotels, the company has invested in high-end resorts across Japan, including properties in Karuizawa and Hakone, catering to both domestic and international tourists. Akira Mori's international expansion strategy further sets him apart from other real estate developers in Japan. While many competitors focus solely on domestic markets, Mori Trust has made strategic acquisitions in the United States, particularly in cities like New York, Boston, and Washington, D.C. These investments diversify the company's portfolio and provide a hedge against fluctuations in Japan's real estate market. Notably, Mori Trust's acquisition of the 60 Wall Street building in New York highlights Akira's ambition to establish a presence in some of the world's most competitive real estate markets. Philanthropy is another significant aspect of Akira Mori's legacy. He has been a staunch supporter of cultural and educational initiatives, often funding projects that promote architectural innovation and urban planning. The Mori Art Museum, originally founded by his brother, remains a key part of his family's commitment to cultural enrichment. Akira has also provided scholarships and financial support to young architects and urban planners, ensuring the next generation is equipped to tackle the challenges of modern city development. Despite his success, Akira Mori is known for keeping a low profile. He rarely gives interviews and avoids public appearances, preferring to let his work speak for itself. This approach has not only protected his privacy, but also allowed him to operate without the distractions that come with public attention. However, within the real estate and business communities, his influence is well understood, and his strategies are often studied as a model of efficiency and innovation. In recent years, Akira Mori has focused on sustainability and innovation in his projects. Mori Trust has integrated green technologies and eco-friendly designs into many of its developments, aligning with global trends toward environmentally conscious construction. For instance, several Mori Trust buildings now feature solar panels, energy-efficient systems, and green roofs, reducing their environmental impact while appealing to environmentally conscious tenants and investors. Now that Akira Mori has stepped into the light, Tokyo's skyline tells a different story. Through backroom deals and quiet handshakes, one man's vision reshaped an entire city. The real power play. Akira Mori, the head of Mori Trust, is one of the most powerful people behind Tokyo's modern skyline. His influence isn't just about owning buildings, it's about quietly shaping how Tokyo grows and changes. Through smart planning, money, and strategy, Mori has made a name for himself as someone who can make big projects happen. He keeps his methods quiet, but the results are clear. One way Mori works is by using Japan's complicated zoning laws to his advantage. These laws control how land can be used and often make it hard for developers to build what they want. For Mori, though, these rules are just a challenge to overcome. By talking directly with government officials and using his financial resources, he gets approvals others can only dream of. For example, he's turned areas with small buildings into towering skyscrapers and mixed-use complexes where people can live, work, and shop all in one place. These changes don't just happen, they're carefully planned. Mori also has a knack for getting redevelopment projects approved quickly. Usually these projects take years because developers, local governments, and community groups have to agree on everything. But Mori Trust's projects often move ahead much faster. People say it's because Mori knows how to work with the right people and align his plans with the city's goals. His projects always seem to fit perfectly with what Tokyo wants to achieve, like boosting the city's global image or creating more space for businesses. A great example is the Tokyo World Gate project. This massive development includes a 180-meter skyscraper with offices, luxury apartments, and a 5-star hotel. It needed big changes to zoning and redevelopment plans to move forward, but those changes were approved without a hitch. Observers think the project's focus on making Tokyo more competitive on the global stage helped it get the green light. Mori has a way of presenting his projects as solutions to Tokyo's problems, which makes it hard for anyone to say no. Money is another key part of Mori's strategy. Mori Trust manages billions of dollars in assets, which gives him a big advantage. He can spend more than his competitors to buy the best land and properties. When local governments are short on cash, they're more likely to approve projects that bring in private investment. Mori's developments often include parks, cultural spaces, or other public amenities, making them even more attractive to officials. Mori also uses subsidiaries and shell companies to expand his reach. These smaller companies let Mori Trust bid on projects and buy properties without it looking like a monopoly. They also make it easier to navigate complicated ownership rules and protect Mori's interests at every step. This strategy keeps his influence widespread, but under the radar so he can operate without drawing too much attention. What makes Mori so effective is his understanding of Tokyo's goals. Tokyo is one of the world's busiest and most important cities, and it's always looking for ways to stay ahead. Mori knows this and shapes his projects to match what the city needs, whether it's more housing, modern office buildings, or new infrastructure. By aligning his developments with these goals, Mori not only gets approvals, but also builds his reputation as someone who's helping Tokyo move forward. Mori's projects don't just change how Tokyo looks, they also add to its cultural and social appeal. Many of his developments include features like art installations, luxury shopping areas, and unique architecture. These additions attract tourists, bring in high-paying tenants, and increase the value of entire neighborhoods. For Mori, urban planning is about more than just buildings. It's about creating communities where every part works together to make the area better and more profitable. One of the most surprising things about Mori is how quietly he works. Even though he controls some of Tokyo's most valuable real estate and has a huge impact on the city's growth, he keeps a low profile. He rarely gives interviews and stays out of public debates. Instead, he lets his projects do the talking. This low-key approach not only protects his privacy, but also helps him avoid the distractions that come with being in the spotlight. In real estate and urban planning, power often comes from seeing opportunities where others see problems. Akira Mori is a master at this. By using his influence, money, and deep knowledge of Tokyo's needs, he has become one of the city's most important figures. His methods might be subtle, but their impact is massive. While billions flow through Tokyo's veins, the next chapter writes itself in whispers. As one generation built an empire, another prepares to carry its weight. A legacy of shadows. Akira Mori, the head of Mori Trust, has spent years helping Tokyo grow and change. His work has shaped much of the city, but now he's focused on passing the torch to the next generation. His daughter, Miwako Date, is stepping up to lead the company and continue the family's legacy. Miwako became president and CEO of Mori Trust in 2016, but she has been with the company since 1998. Over the years, she's taken on many roles, including running Mori Trust hotels and resorts. During that time, she expanded the company's collection of high-end hotels. Her leadership combines the company's traditional values with new ideas, like looking outside Japan for opportunities and focusing on protecting the environment. As CEO, she's made it clear that Mori Trust's future will involve growing globally, diversifying investments, and staying ahead in the real estate world. One of Miwako's biggest goals is to make Mori Trust less dependent on Japan's real estate market. She's leading the company into international markets by buying important properties in the United States. These include major office buildings in cities like New York, Boston, and Washington, D.C. This move helps the company balance its investments and stay strong even when Japan's market changes. Miwako also cares a lot about protecting the planet and using new technologies. She's worked to make Mori Trust's projects eco-friendly, adding features like energy-saving systems, solar panels, and green rooftops. These efforts not only help the environment, but also make the company's buildings stand out as leaders in sustainable development. One of her priorities is making sure new projects fit with Tokyo's push for environmentally friendly infrastructure. One example of Mori Trust's forward-thinking projects is the redevelopment of the Toranomon area. This massive project includes high-tech office buildings, luxury homes, and green spaces. Miwako has also made sure these developments include cultural features, like art installations and community spaces, to create vibrant neighborhoods that people enjoy. Miwako is also pushing for more diversity and inclusion in the real estate world. She wants to see more women in leadership positions, both in Mori Trust and across the industry. Her leadership style focuses on teamwork, inclusivity, and adaptability, making her a role model for future leaders. Even though Miwako is now leading the company, Akira Mori is still very involved in its direction. Together, they make a strong team. Akira brings years of experience, while Miwako brings fresh ideas. This balance has helped Mori Trust stay one of the most important real estate companies in Japan. Father and daughter shape Tokyo's future from glass towers, but another family rules from ancient halls. While Mori billions transform skylines, imperial trillions flow through Japan's veins. The story of Japan's royal wealth awaits in how Japan's imperial family spends their trillions.